Hello and welcome to the February 2023 installment of the SPS Global Insights Report. Our objective is to provide you with comprehensive coverage of significant events occurring worldwide in the areas of kidnapping, ransom, extortion, and piracy. Starting in Latin America and Mexico, the state of Tamaulipas is one of Mexico's top 5 most dangerous states for kidnapping. Recent media reports have highlighted a series of kidnappings and executions targeting business people, including women, in Tamaulipas. Criminal groups in Tamaulipas are known to scout the middle of the state for ranch and business owners, whom they can kidnap and extort in order to make up for their financial losses in the north. There are also reports of criminal groups targeting private cars as well as both private and public buses as they travel across Tamaulipas. Passengers are often kidnapped for ransom, which underscores the risk of traveling in the state. Moving across to Eastern Europe and Ukraine. Since the start of the war in Ukraine, authorities have launched investigations into over 13,200 cases of unlawful detainment of citizens. It is believed that there are still hundreds or possibly thousands of unlawfully detained civilians across Ukraine, whom are being labelled as prisoners of war even if they never served in the military. The situation highlights the gravity of the conflict and its impact on civilian populations, including those who are not directly involved in the fighting. Ukraine has also responded to over 2,194 cyber incidents, with government and local authorities being the most targeted. However, businesses, particularly those in the telecoms, logistics and IT sectors, have also suffered from cyber attacks. Entering West and Central Asia, our focal point shifts towards Syria and Afghanistan. The Syrian civil war has been ongoing for over a decade, and it has resulted in the deaths of over 580,000 people. According to Human Rights Watch, the Syrian Democratic Forces, or the SDF, have unlawfully detained tens of thousands of citizens suspected to be related to ISIS suspects. Over half of those detained were reported to be children. Syrians for Truth and Justice, a human rights group, has reported that during 2022, an armed militia linked to the Kurdistan Workers' Party took 49 children hostage. Since regaining control of Afghanistan in September 2021, the Taliban has targeted human rights advocates, professors, journalists, former government officials, and former security force members for unlawful detention. Additionally, there has been a notable increase in kidnappings for ransom, particularly in the southeastern regions of the country. Some of the ransom demands have been incredibly high, reaching hundreds of thousands of US dollars. For example, the initial ransom demand for one Afghan national was reportedly $200,000, which is especially concerning given the country's poverty-ridden population. Moving on to the topic of cybercrime, there are a few key updates to note. According to Chainalysis, a cybersecurity firm, ransoms paid to hackers decreased by 40% in 2022, which was largely due to the growing reluctance of victims to give in to their demands. Despite this, Optiv, a cyber advisory company, predicts that the cost of cybercrime damages worldwide will reach $10.5 trillion by 2025, a substantial increase from $3 trillion in 2015. It's also worth noting that cyber attacks continue to be used as a tool for geopolitical purposes, with Russian hackers targeting various entities such as Slovakia's parliament, Poland's Senate, and Ukraine's energy infrastructure. We hope our SPS Global Insights report has been of value and urge you to read the full report for a comprehensive overview of the SPS Kidnapping, Piracy, and Ransom Bulletin. Stay tuned for next month's edition.